Hey, good morning. My name is Jared. I host a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. We co-stream that on YouTube and typically on TikTok when they'll allow it. We'll use Clapper as a backup. You can search for my name and find my live there if YouTube's not your thing. I can't stop thinking about this morning how Donald Trump attempting to destroy the Department of Education. First of all, will require an act of Congress. I'm just putting that out there. But I wanted to tell you how much of a bigot it makes Donald Trump. And here's why. The Department of Education funds the Pell Grant. The Pell Grant, as you can imagine, subsidizes the upfront cost of your education. It minimizes your out-of-pocket cost, especially serves people that are low income. So again, this is an up and down thing, not a left and right thing. One of the things you've learned is that the right doesn't exist. If you've paid any attention to this, it's just rich people versus poor people. Also, the Department of Education funds programs for people with disabilities. Think about this. Think about what I just told you. Donald Trump sat at a desk yesterday and specifically did harm to poor people, disabled people. You know who typically gets the Pell Grant? Inner city kids. Just so throwing this out there. And you know, one of the things that I apparently don't say often enough is, hey, if you're a racist at this point, understand that if they're literally not your brother or sister or parent, right, or grandparent, they're your cousin. It doesn't matter what they look like. That's your cousin. When you go to the restaurant and you're nasty to the server, that's your sister. You fucking idiot. That's not your sister. Sorry, that's your cousin. It could be your sister. It depends on what state you're in. Alabama, Mississippi. Those are called jokes. So, if you're finding yourself in a us versus them thing, and you see it's like a group of black people and a group of white people, I can assure you the white people are probably being racist, and that's why there's a big group of black people. And I would most certainly investigate further before I just go ahead and divide everything up by race. Am I making sense? Like, before you go ahead and jump along your racial lines and turn this into a race war, remember that it is rich versus poor. And we are poor. For the record, don't make any mistakes about it. If you're watching this, if you're making content on the internet, I've realized, like, you're poor rich people. Don't do that shit. If you need the money, you don't do this shit. And I certainly don't. That's why I'm not on here begging for followers. But yeah, I wanted to get this out. Like, AOC and Bernie on sitting down with Hassan. First of all, brought a little twinkle to my eye. I liked that Hassan got right to it and straight up asked her the question, "What are you doing?" And she, for the record, started off by actually giving the Republican Party a little bit of credit and said, you know, they actually had a really good grassroots game plan. If that doesn't tell you that AOC and Bernie are not, in my eyes, Democrats, because they're doing what Democrats don't do, and that's get their hands dirty. get out there and shake hands and kiss babies and shit. Or is it shake babies and kiss hands? I keep forgetting. So don't hand me your child. That I'm saying all this stuff, right? Like, if you're finding yourself racist, understand that unless if it's not your literal and your wife, you want to talk about your like spouse, your SO. If y'all look alike, you're closely related. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like in my eyes, it actually makes sense for like a white person and a black person to want to be together because you're the farthest down that family tree. Actually, your cousins going way the fuck back, all the way back. And I know that it probably makes you uncomfortable when somebody tells you this. One of the things that has bothered me about this regime is their immigrant ignorance. First of all, this is a nation of immigrants. A nation of immigrants. It's literally like our entire history of the United States. This is a nation of immigrants. This country was built by immigrants. Say it. Being anti-immigrant is anti-American. Say it. Free Palestine. Say it. Slava Ukraine. Say it. And keep in mind, we all are taking the citizen oath. Look it up. Where we are all trying to protect this country from threats, foreign and domestic. If you see something, say something. But again, I want to keep going back to, like, if you find yourself anti-immigrant, that is anti-American. This is a nation of immigrants. Immigrants built this country. If you are a white, especially if you are a white person, you are an immigrant. Literally, unless you are 100% American Indian, you are an immigrant. You are not a native unless you are an American Indian. There's one of the things that just drives me crazy is like people have made these things that I'm saying untrue to them, right? When it's like, when you're disrespectful to someone in public, that's your cousin. Like, you're just being a dick to the family, to your family. And it's anyone you see. And it just so happens that when you see someone that's like got different color skin than you, that's your cousin X times removed. You just can't see past the color. One day you'll like figure that out. You have to look past it. Like the other day, I went and saw my best friend. He's a black man from Brooklyn, New York. And right before I left, we were looking at each other dead in the eye. And for a moment, I saw him when he was a little kid. Just the, like the outside of his eyes down here, right? Just that little frame. And all of a sudden I could see him when he was 9. And I realized like he's a little more of a light-skinned black person, right? And it was just the way the sun hit his face. And when I was 9, I also shaved my head. I've always had little sores on my head, and he's always had little sores on his head. And we look just alike. We're just a little different color. Cousins. Deadass. He's probably a little taller. So think about that now. Now that I've just told you. Literally, if you live in the United States and you are not 100% American Indian, you are an immigrant. So how dare you be an anti-immigrant? You are one. And again, if you are still breaking things down by the color of their skin, understand, if you go back far enough, that's your fucking cousin, you idiot. Have a good rest of your day.